Test, test. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the GP2 season debut. I'm your commentator, Robert Ionescu, and this time, unlike in the deserts of Bahrain, the GP2 season will start in the green area of the Eiffel Mountains. The foothills of the Eiffel Mountains, I should say. Hello there, everybody. Like I said, I'm Robert, and today, what better person to join me than Dennis Graf? Hello.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening.
Yes, hello, Dennis. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Yeah, it's so
All right.
weird to start this season here at the Nürburgring, not in Bahrain, but I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, me too, of course. Now then, we should talk about us, of course, if you don't know who we are. Dennis is the last man who has won a GP2 race thus far, having won the season finale in Brazil. And I, among other things, I have taken my only GP2 pole here at the Nürburgring in 2009, so yeah, that's something interesting. So then, what do you think of the circuit in particular, Dennis, before we get going?
Well, it's a great circuit. Of course, it's an historic circuit with the Nordschleife right next to the GP layout.
Yeah,
Yeah,
indeed.
let's see what qualifying is in store for us today.
Yeah, sadly, for to people who might want the Nordschleife, like Nico, it will not be on this season's calendar, but who knows? Anyway, it's time to get going with the qualifying session. It is going to be bone dry, no surprises here. But before it starts, I want to ask you, who impressed you most in that preseason test, and who do you think would be a favorite for pole here?
Uh, in preseason testing, I was mostly impressed by Alex Prosta, who showed great pace on both days.
Well, he topped both days after all, so indeed, he could be someone very strong, but we'll see what happens as the session is
Also,
underway.
Waldinger impressed me. Yeah,
A whole
but
lot of people, I'd say.
testing was testing, and now he is the real deal.
Yeah, indeed. So then, who's gonna be the first one to go out on track? And Flo, don't forget to post the corner names. Okay. Is this volume enough for you guys? Because I don't want to talk too loud. I'd be in trouble if I talked a little too loud, so I hope this is okay. As we do have some cars going out on track. I wonder who it is. It is Joe Larson in the Trident. The Kiwi is the first one out on track as this season has begun here at the Nürburgring.
Yeah, indeed.
Alrighty then. Well, I've taken pole here before in GP2. It'd be very nice if I could guide you through everything for this lap, of course. And oh, goody, every single corner has a name.
Yeah.
Going very much outside track limits was Joe Larson there, but I think nobody's gonna mind if he does that wide. Flo, tell me how is the volume on my end because I don't want to sound too loud. Be major trouble if I please, please do so. All right. So then, on board with Larson still. Not much to talk about right now because he hasn't started his lap, but he will. So will everybody else, to be fair. Now then, for myself, apart from my 2009 pole, I think my most memorable moment at the Nürburgring is something I don't particularly want to remember. It is that massive crash in the massive pileup at Turn 1, 2013, between a lot of stock cars that I was involved in as well. Such a shame. But anyway, It's time for Joe Larson to start his lap. He's gonna get the chicane and the last corner to go before he can get going. Alright then. So at the last corner, Joe Larson begins his lap onto the front straight, the longest straight of the circuit, but not the longest flat out section. Here goes Larson. And in towards turn one, you gotta brake as late as you dare, and be careful. You don't want to go too wide, but go as wide as you can. Take full advantage of the track limits, as Larson has done here, going all 4 wheels outside the one line. As he now goes to Mercedes-Benz Arena complex, this series of left-handers, all pretty slow, exit clear, particularly from this one, go flat out to the right, abuse track limits as much as you want there, and Larson has gone very wide indeed as he approaches the Valvoline corner up next, round of the first sector over 33.5. Now into Ford. By all that speed and the momentum, go a little wide, take a tiny little bit of the curb, it's okay. He now goes downhill towards Dunlop. There he goes. A good line for Dunlop for Joe Larson. As now he's going to take that up the hill through the Michael Schumacher S. Not exactly flat out in these cars, but could be flat out in the top class cars if they race here. So Larson has got the Schumacher S, no problem. The guy goes into Michelin. He goes from Michelin blind apex. He now goes to a downhill section of Warsteiner, and now begins the longest flat out section of the track. As he approaches that Van Balken, this flat out right hand kink, and then heading up the hill towards the NGK chicane, the main overtaking opportunity and crashing opportunity of the circuit. Here goes Larson, taking a decent line for the chicane, a little bit hesitant in the right hand turning, I think. As now approaches the last corner, the Coca-Cola curve. Here goes Larson, a little tentative on the power there, I think. This should be a good lap as he crosses the line at 38.7. Trouble immediately beats it. So that
Burns
Burns gets
now
up by
half a
half.
second ahead.
Yeah, indeed. Gwen is up next, and Gwen goes 4th fastest. Lamprozio goes 4th fastest now. Luca Farina, he takes pole by 3/10 of a second. Good effort for him. Personal pole belongs to the Italian. But what about Alex Broster, the man at the moment? The top both days of testing is nowhere so far. 3 seconds off the pace. Mexican goes 3rd.
Ooh, I think there was a mistake.
Yeah,
Something.
there's no other way you could be 3 seconds off the pace. Never Mahavir Raghunathan would be that slow. Let's see what happened to Broster.
Yeah.
Well, he wasn't in the
Mm,
chicane.
weird.
Something must have happened earlier in the lap. Maybe a Dunlop? No, not even a Dunlop. Well, his first
But
sector was competitive, only 3 tenths down. So where did he lose all that time? Okay, this is majorly weird.
it was 1.5 behind or 1.3.
Either way,
It
this
just
lap
was
was
slow, I think.
Yeah, this lap was inexplicably slow, as Rahul Patel goes third fastest. Santino Antigoli is up next in the HSBC liveried Prema. Goes a Frenchman crossing the line. He goes 9th fastest, immediately beaten by Zorbach, and Quintino goes 4th.
Was
Maselli
it
12th for him.
12?
Watzel goes P9 as Jesus Perignan crosses the line next. He's
Oh, way
26
off.
seconds down, 14th place for him. I don't know why. Gossage went a good lap there. Valinga went 4th as Muhammad Usman
Reed
Hamid
goes
goes
third.
3rd. And
Now
Curtis goes
Curtis.
3rd. 1 sec.
Graf in 7th. And Josef Felix Soto in 16th.
Yep, indeed.
Yeah, I think Rob is
Luca
gone.
Farina is the quickest at the moment. As Gloucester is actually racing side by side with one of the items there. Sterling got overtaken by him quite easily. And just struggling for pace all round on his first run. It's very weird. I imagine he lost time
Yeah,
in these last corners. But
and
yeah,
there
Alex
were a few
Gloucester,
slow laps.
it was definitely a surprise by topping day one of testing on round one of qualifying, run one, I should say. There's more to be seen at the moment. He is up on his lap though, by 3 tenths of a second. Either way, he's gonna have to hope he can find a lot more pace in the remaining 24 minutes of this session. But 3 rounds left, and he'll be trying to make the most of them, I'm sure. What do you think?
I said I didn't quite understand you that much. So can you repeat that, please?
What do you think of Broster's session so far? Do you think he can improve on it?
I think he can improve on it for sure.
Dennis,
But if it,
I have one little request for you, by the way. because I'm not able to do this at the moment. So could you please check the chat from me from time to time, and if there's anyone saying anything, you can tell me. If that's okay, you.
Yeah.
Alrighty, thank you
My
very much.
internet won't take it as good, but I can try it.
Alright. Now then, Broster being wheeled back into his garage. His run is done, and Luca Farina is currently on top, with Kyle Burns second and Aaron Curtis third. Looks like we got someone getting ready for the second round already. I wonder who it could be.
And meanwhile, here a question from Joe in the chat: are the stats from Broster okay? Flo?
Well, we're gonna wait for Flo to respond. And yeah, as there's a trend coming into the pits there. And we got another car going out on track. I think it's one of the Charuzes. Could be Kyle Burns, unless I'm wrong, in which case I would be wrong. It's not just him, it is Burns, actually, I wasn't wrong. So then, Kyle Burns first out on track for the second runs. The American currently on the front of the grid, very impressive effort, but let's see if he can push even further and maybe take his first ever pole, and of course the first pole of the season.
Because one thing I just noticed, the fuel loads are massive here.
Yeah, indeed, 17 laps of fuel, that's quite something.
Yeah, don't know what's the reason for that. I think Flo just said it as normal, but the game just did weird things.
Maybe this is major. This is a major league weird stuff. Anyway, Burns will be hoping he's not too deterred by that. He's gonna push regardless, and let's see what he can do.
Yeah, indeed.
So here we have Kyle Burns. He'll try his best, and hopefully his best will be good enough for pole position. So then, Dennis, once the second lap begins, would you like to commentate us through it, please? You got the corner names. You got nothing to be
Yeah, I
afraid of.
got it here.
Alright then, so
Yeah.
then, once he approaches the Coca-Cola corner, I'll hand over the mic to you. Here you go.
Cheers for that. Now here goes Burns out through the Coca-Cola curve. Now he starts his second lap of this session. His first was good enough for second. Let's see what he can do. Oh, there's a car coming out of the pits.
I think that's Watzel.
I think it's good enough now through the Haukhaken. Good exit there. Now through the Mercedes Arena. Now really preparing his line through the third or fourth corner. And now taking the wide line there. Almost coming off the track. And now let's see what second time is. He's slightly off. And now through the fourth curve. Onto the back to the Dunlop keren. Taking good. The Apex's good now.
Meanwhile, Hamid is the only car who stayed in the pits, but I think the dirty air is starting to kick in for
through
Burns.
the Michael Schumacher S. Through the UVS sign. Now into the Michelin curve. Taking preparing line for the Warsteiner curve. And now it's the second sector split. And he's
right down.
1 second off. And 6 tenths off to his personal best, so that shouldn't be an improvement.
No, definitely not. Except from Watzel's car. That's who's compromising the American.
The caution car. Yeah, his lap is ruined. Now, still through the Coca-Cola curve again. Now over the line. Let's see how far he's off.
Burns, he improved actually in the last sector, but nowhere near enough. You know, we have Luca Farina. We're on board with him. Original Pulsar doesn't improve on this one. Way off the pace. He's beating Ruslan Portik as well a little bit.
Now Adam Jobot. Let's see what he can do. It doesn't improve. Or what doesn't.
It's looking good for Joe Warson. Let's see where he's going to place himself. Competitive second sector for him. Let's see what's going to deliver him. Could it be pole?
And he goes
by 9 tenths of a second. That's
wow, nasty. What a lap from him.
Where on earth did that come from? I think Josh Revel is gonna be very happy with Arson's performance here. He might make a video on him. Anyway, Max Skillen will be next to cross the line.
Can he improve? Yes,
He
he goes to
can.
third. There's still second,
He
over
improved
second
by
off.
almost 7 tenths there, and still is over 1 second away
Oh, but
from pole
they're
position.
way off, almost 4 seconds.
Ferdinand next to cross the line. He goes fifth
He
with
goes
2
fifth.
seconds improvement. Massive there. Armengren is up next. He doesn't improve.
Way
Lost time in
off.
third sector.
Quintino. Bossa goes to 14th. He did
2 second
improve.
improvement for him. As
Andreoli.
Santino Andreoli crossed the line to ninth. Then it's Graben
Graf.
next. He goes
Second.
second. Good effort. Good effort from the
Yay.
electrified McMahon.
But
As
still
now
9 tenths off.
Marcelli goes 7th fastest. Then Finta going 12th fastest. Wojtek Kresic going 5th fastest. And Watson is up next. The man who was impeding not Burns there, but he goes 16th. Zorba across the line. He
Slower.
doesn't
Doesn't
improve. Lost
improve.
time in the last sector. Wallinger next up.
Waldinger.
He didn't improve.
3
And it
seconds
was
off.
Burns who was impeding, yeah. My bad. Aaron Curtis is up next. And Curtis, he can't improve on this one, I'm afraid. Quite some way down. As Josef Frederick Suto hasn't
Soto
improved
doesn't
either.
improve.
Nope, not quite. So then, where on earth did that lap come from Joel Larson? That was absolutely stonking.
Yeah, that was an epic lap for him. Absolutely impressive, putting 9 tenths over the rest of the field.
Yep, indeed.
If nothing similar.
Meanwhile, we're going on board with somebody else, with Larson actually himself. Let's see when he made all that time up. We're gonna be sector 1, like he had 2 tenths of a second just there. 7 tenths up on his own personal best. So clearly, he had some very aggressive braking in turn 1. That's very effective. Also getting another sector 2 though, don't forget.
Yeah.
I think this lap is as close to perfect as it can get, really. He went flat out with this. Now he's doing a GP2 car, but Joe Larson really has a lot of grip.
It seems like finding grip then when no one else doesn't have it somewhere.
Is Flo comparing his speed to Jonas or something? I'm not sure. Anyway, yeah, Larson drove insane on that lap. Yeah, I imagine Flo was making a speed comparison between those two, though I'm not so sure.
It could be through the Michael Schumacher case.
Maybe. Well, he definitely carried a lot of momentum for there. And we're on board with Tomaselli, he's coming in 8th place. And give me an update there on the chat, please.
Yep, it was about to open it again. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Ooh. Wait a sec. Yeah.
Anyway, we're on board with Suto, who is on his end lap. He is currently in, has his indicator been updated? It hasn't. He's in 21st still. Not so good. Not so good for Nicholas Zorbach either, who is in last place. Here's W Man is going to need to pick it up a notch if he wants to get a good result at home. Yeah, he's going to have to step up and do a little better. As we got a little bit of a traffic jam in the pits, thanks to Tomaselli's car being wheeled back into his garage, as the traffic jam is now over, so it didn't last long. Well, it definitely lasted longer than the Belgian Grand Prix. But
yeah,
anyway.
That's for sure.
We got Andreoli coming in there. Don't forget, Mohammed remained in the pits on this run, so he has free to go in those 15 minutes that remain. If he'll get all of them,
will
remain to be seen. I'm not super sure, but who knows. Anyway, Rustam Procik is already back on the track. His second lap was compromised. This time around, he should pass clean air, hopefully.
Yeah, so far disappointing qualifying for him, but let's see if he can improve on this run.
Well, Prusik finished fifth in the standings last year, and out of all the drivers who were there last season, well, out of the driver, no wait, let me phrase. Out of the drivers who have remained in GP2 after last season, Prusik is the best of them based on his 2019 standings. So he should
Yeah,
be the favorite heading into this season, but you never know what's going to happen. Ruslan Prusik, with that great performance in Brazil at P4 finish, he delivered the team style to MP Motorsport. He'll be hoping he can do it again, but now I think he might have a lot of pressure on his shoulders, but we know this guy has pace, and let's just see if he can unlock it. What do you
yeah,
think, Dennis?
yeah. If he has a good lap, then surely he can do it.
Well, here begins that lap. Got some cars going out on track. I'm not sure if he'll be impeded by them, though. Anyway, here goes Proxiuk, and his lap has begun. He might have a little bit of traffic there from
Yeah,
Kramer. Takes a very wide line in turn one, and now the Mercedes-Benz arena, hitting that apex nicely. Not going too hard on exit, which is good for him, as now into turn three, he hugs that inside guard almost very nicely, very much. And now on exit, he's carried some good speed, obviously gone off the track limits, but that's okay. He is up on his personal best by just over 100 of a second. Still a long way away from Arsene, though, and with this traffic in the middle sector, he might not be able to improve. We'll see. Meanwhile, Aaron Curtis is the one who's staying up this for this third run, so he'll have two to go.
let's see what happened here. The limit.
That was
What's the
slow.
problem, Flo?
So the problem is that some cars are going very slowly through the hairpin and brake so much, and others
Oh,
just don't.
oh, that's the
Oh,
For example,
oh, that's
Protsuk, he braked in the middle part,
Can
and
everybody hear you,
Sinonomi
Flo?
does
Or
as
do you
well,
have to-
but maybe not Farina. Let's see. Yeah, not that much.
That was a decent line.
yeah. It's very
And the
weird
Dunlop
indeed.
corner is the suspect. That's what we got so far. They think it can be fixed, Flo, as Adam Chabot on board with him. He's up on his personal best in his first sector. We don't know about his in sector 2 yet, of course. As Mohammed Usman Hamid is also his second run. He's down the first sector, but
Yes,
getting
but
close.
they are going very slowly in the. See, as Rahul gained a bit,
That was
was
being
Yeah,
impeded by the
but
side
that's
check
the
of
had to
his
brake
former
because.
teammate Dylan, I think.
But
Anyway, Prozik has finished his lap. He was way off the pace, I'm afraid. Okafena will be next to cross the line, and I think it'll be the same case for him. Unfortunately, it is. He's quite way down. Zorbak begins his lap. Meanwhile, Warson, 3 seconds
3
off his
seconds
personal
off.
best. How can he be so inconsistent? Credit to
uh,
him, though, he's come fastest of
well,
all.
if you want, I could restart the qualifying with the right fuel, but then I will need to check where the problem is.
Do you think we should restart it, Flo? Because
I
it's your
people
decision.
can decide in the chat.
Well, you heard him, folks. It's going to be your choice if you want this session restarted or not. I'm sure some people will not want to be restarted considering they're doing well, but yeah, who knows? It's up to you guys. You'll be the input Flow needs. So let us know quickly because we have 11 minutes left, so I don't have that long to decide. But yeah, tell us in the chat if you want this session to be restarted so we can fix the problem, or if you don't want it to be restarted and we just carry on as is. Mr. Maselli, he doesn't improve. I mean, Gwen, he doesn't either. What do you think, Dennis?
Mm, yeah, of course. If it fixed this is the issue, it should be good to restart. I need to be a bit biased here. I'm in second, so
I knew you'd point that out. As Hayne Watson went up to 15th. And let me know what the people in the chat are saying since I can't read it at the moment.
Only Joe so far said
Santos
he
Noma improves
should do
meanwhile
it.
to go second fastest. Massive improvement there, 7 tenths up on his personal
Yeah,
best.
indeed.
Great lap from the Japanese rookie. And now Niklas Zorbach is also on an improvement. Let's see where the German will go himself. Well, he goes up 2
Goes
places, got up
20th.
at 20th fastest. Josef Frederick Suto is now in last place. Well, trying to improve, but he's not doing it at the minute. Meanwhile, Mohamed Mohammed is pitting.
I mean, the gap between first and second is huge, but
Yeah.
If you want my honest opinion, I think it should be restarted, but it's your decision.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it should be restarted. Yeah.
yeah, then
So
I'm
Graf
sorry.
thinks the same.
Or
Yeah, but
GP4 is behaving strangely. Then I
red
will
Yep.
flag.
save it
So
anyway.
So then,
Rahul and Min are have the same opinion. Let's restart.
all right. Well, you heard it here, folks. Unfortunately for Joe Larson, the session will be restarted.
I will put the log file, obviously.
All right. So Flo will post the log file in the Discord, so no one can suspect he's manipulating anything. Everything's all good and fair, guys. So don't worry about that.
Yes, we're restarting, Alex, due to problems with the hairpin.
And also with fuel loads.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, yep, in the performance file, there's some. I could be that there's. No, look, in the performance file, in the log file, you can see that. What the hell? Okay, I know. Something weird happened. No, oh, I posted the wrong one, or did I?
Oh.
For me, it said cancelled, so
Oh,
it should be
yeah,
right.
that's from the wrong folder. Don't mind that. Sorry.
Okay.
I opened the normal GP4 folder, not the GP4s you want. Wait. Uh, 20.
Yeah,
So that's the right one.
yeah.
And setting initial fuel laps to 23. Yep, I found the
What?
issue.
Oh my God.
So
The
yeah,
fuel
I'm
is like,
gonna
let's get weird.
fix that then. Maybe it didn't save or it reverted some settings. I have no idea why it happened. But I know how to do it, so I have no idea why it happened like that.
Mm.
Now it should work then.
Let's see if it works.
As said, I'm sorry for that.
Don't worry, Flo. It is
Don't worry,
understandable.
Flo. Good.
The stream is still
Is-
going, right?
Yeah, the stream is still going.
Okay, good.
Yep.
So now I'm on my phone. I can actually check everything.
Right.
Okie dokie. We'll just wait a little bit for the stream to go back.
Hopefully it's now 4 laps.
And also, since I'm already here,
Oh, yep, it's 4 laps.
oh, you didn't put the screenshot for us.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
didn't
now take
because I was
2.
not sure if it would now have the right fuel.
Okie dokie,
Here we
here we
go.
go, take 2. And since I can see the chat now, guys, let me know. How's the volume? Obviously, like I said, I can't talk too loud in my current circumstances, so I'm gonna try to keep quiet, but hopefully, Flo's done some work and will me just fine. Let me know, guys.
Let's see who will be the first guy to go out on the track.
Yep, indeed. With lower fuel, people should be faster, so Joe
Way
Waterson's lap
faster.
should be knocked right out of the park. He's
Oh,
he's
please.
now.
Please don't. We have
Well, Dennis
the
Graff is the first
local
one out
man.
of the
You
track.
don't know. Maybe they will still slow down on the hairpin, and the lap times will be like that.
In any case, Dennis, you've taken pole in Germany before, so you already know the elation. You know how it feels. You've taken pole at Hockenheim 2 years ago. Wait, no, last season you took pole at Hockenheim,
Yeah,
wasn't
it
it?
was last season. Yeah,
Right.
it
Yeah,
was
it was
great.
last season. So how do you feel about it? And how would you feel if it happened twice? I mean, if it happened
Yeah,
big.
that would put me as a, well, in the first qualifying session in Germany in 2018, I was 18. So yeah, that would be a massive improvement if it keeps going like this.
Yeah, certainly. And meanwhile, we're on board with Graf. He'll be beginning his lap soon enough. But until then, enjoy this beautiful view of the German countryside and this racetrack in the damn middle of it. Guys, one
Yeah,
thing I forgot to ask: what state is the Nürburgring in? Is it in Rhineland or what?
yes,
Right,
yes.
right. So my guess was correct. Anyway, Dennis Graf will be beginning his lap here in Rhineland-Pfalz. Yeah, Eiffel is a mountain range, but it's not a state. But thank you, Joe. Anyway, Graf begins his lap, so here he goes, and let's see if he can have a good one. In towards the first corner goes Dennis Graf, braking hard, and on exit he goes extremely wide, just like the entire field in the 2020 in the 2020 F1 race. And yeah, carrying some good speed here. In turn 3, I think it's critical to hit that apex nice and get back on throttle as quick as you can. Graf has done just that. Carrying that momentum off the track into turn 4. But everyone does that, so it's okay. First sector split is a 32.6, clearly much quicker than before already. As he now goes through a fourth corner on the exit, looking very quick so far.
Yeah, of course. Now let's see what happens here in the hairpin.
Well, it didn't look too slow, to be honest. Androli, I think slowed down a little bit, but still, I think it should be too bad.
Uh,
Now then, Graf onto the back section. Let's see how the second time is like. It's 1 minute 12.2. It's looking solid for now. And
it's,
on the
it's very
braking, the
quicker
chicane
than
it
before,
goes
of course.
very slow on entry, of course, and then you gotta get going with basically a straight towards the last corner. And Willie's taking that section much quicker, I think. We'll see what the end results are like for both these guys. As Dennis Graf rounds off his lap, 36.7. That already beats Larson's best, I think. Androli, he's way down.
Was also way down over 2 seconds in Norway.
Two
Also
seconds
two
down as well.
seconds.
Yeah, Henry Watson will be next to get across,
I think
and he is
the same
1.4
problem
seconds
occurred
down.
again.
Oh no. Patel is sixth, Protic is fourth, Tomaselli
Look
crossing
at
the
the
line is
gaps.
second, Suto
Tomaselli
is in
6
second,
cents behind.
Jesus
No,
Perignan is up next. Where's he gonna place himself? Jesus
I
is
think
third.
third.
Vance Wallinger is up next.
Waldinger
Where's he gonna go? He goes
10th.
10th. Gabriel Quintino
Quintino
next. 12th. Burns
burn
goes
7th.
7th.
Kulasek
Kulasek goes
4th.
4th. Luca Farina is next to cross the line. He goes second. Good
Second,
effort from Farina. He was quick in the first session as well. And Curtis is
Curtis.
next. He goes
13th,
13th with trouble
Schubert, 10th.
10th. Nicholas Zorbach, he goes 7th fastest. As Mohammed Mohammed is up next across the line at KFC with MP Motorsport. He had a
What was
okay
now
lap.
17th only?
Yeah, and Going goes 12th. One car is left, and I think that is
Wait,
someone who never
still,
even went
did
out
he
for a
pit?
lap.
What happened with him?
I think he's never gone out on track for
How
this one.
does this happen then?
He's never been on track.
Well, yeah, he didn't go
It
out.
wasn't.
This is very strange.
Well, okay.
Yeah, that's.
He's
GP4
going out
is
at a
going.
weird time as well, where there are all the others
You know, I
still.
got a question from in the chat. He said, "Do the people call Nuremberg more than Nuremberg, or the other way around?" Well, the Nürburgring isn't related to either of these two names. It's in a different part of Germany altogether. But I think it's Nuremberg more often. Because if I remember correctly, Nuremberg is in Bavaria, so it's a different state.
Yeah. Nuremberg and the Nürburgring have nothing to do with each other. And you know, in Nuremberg there is the Norris Ring, so.
Yep, indeed. So that's the answer there, really. As Joe said in the chat, meanwhile, the gaps are better but not ideal, as Max Gillen is out on track for his first run. It's very, very common that we see people skipping the second run, the third run, or the fourth run, but Max Gillen skip the first one. That's never been done before. Either way, he'll have some clean air, as everybody will go out again. So then, Max Gillen is going to go up the hill shortly and begin his lap. When our deer is going to go out, hopefully not as he's on a flyer, but we'll see. Into the chicane goes Gillen, and I almost hate to have to do this again. So it is the second lap. Let's commentate. Let's have you commentate through it, Dennis. Go ahead.
Okay. Oh, he's going over the start pretty straight. Down through the Santana sign. Start lights. Oh, of course, the tricky.
No traffic.
And yeah, of course, it's good for him. Now into the Hochhaken, taking white line, like everyone does.
Don't forget, he has no personal best, so we'll have to compare his technique times with P1 or Dennis Graf. Let's see Skillen. This goes through turn 4.
Yeah.
Speaking of Graf, he's just gone out.
And now onto the first sector split he goes, and what's his time? Oh, he's up.
That's massive. Max Skillen could be on an amazing lap, but let's see
how
speed he can carry into Dunlop. How brave he is on the brakes and on the throttle, and on the turn-in as well.
Yeah, now into the Dunlop Kehre.
He slowed down.
Let's see. He slowed down. Oh, that's not good for him. Let's see how much time he can save still. Now into the Michael Schumacher is.
He could still get a decent lap, maybe get himself in the top 4. He can salvage speed in other parts of the track. Either way, here goes Skillen in towards the end of the second sector. Yep, indeed. Skillen is
the second off. Yeah, he lost.
My goodness, he lost
massive
so
time.
much. Well, he'll be hoping he can claw back his time in sector 3 if he wants to get himself in the top 5.
Well, the estimated time for lap position for him is P4 at the moment, but let's see what happens in sector 3 through the Ingika chicane.
I think that's still majorly feasible, but let's see where Skillen is going to end up as he's about to cross the line. Where does he go?
And he goes 4th.
He was actually up on Dennis Graf in the last sector, and in the first sector as well.
But the second sector cost everything.
Yeah, ruined by that slowdown in Dunlop as Graf will begin his lap.
Yeah, of course. You're hoping that he's not slower than the HVV bus. Of course, Hamburg, the local transport association.
Anyway, Graf breaking hard into one, and going extremely wide on next seat, as is customary here. Into the Mercedes Arena. Very aggressive with the apex there. I think he could have left a little bit more time on the table. Anyway, let's go in the second apex. Had to turn in a lot there very aggressively. That's not good for the tires. It's a one lap qualifying lap, so you don't need to care about the tires. But he is still way down. That first sector was pretty slow. He was, I
Eight
think he was over
tenths off.
aggressive in it.
Yeah, that is doomed.
Now here comes Dunlop.
He's slow as a bus.
Yeah, he slowed down. Like, it's very, very weird to see someone slow down after you already turn in. People just don't do that, in a corner like that. If you know the fundamentals of racing, you brake, you turn in, then you accelerate. Well, you braked, you turned in, you braked again, then you accelerated. That's why he lost so much time there. And the finish at Dunlop only, as Graf is quite way down. He's actually going to be impeding Mohammed a little bit.
Yeah, now to the NGK chicane again. Goes Graf. Of course, having his home race alongside with Nicolas Sauber. Let's see what is the gap.
Well, Hamid has just started his lap. He's gonna hope he can overtake Graf quickly. Meanwhile, on board the Santino Andreoli, who is on a very strong second sector. Let's see where he's gonna go. I don't know how quick he was in Dunlop, of course, but let's see if Andreoli can go top.
No, he goes fifth.
Quickest. Good effort there anyway. Tosinonome is up next. Where can the Japanese driver go? He's currently up in 16th, or say down in 16th. Can he rectify that? Why, yes, he can. He goes fifth fastest. Rahul Patel is up next. He's down at his personal best at the minute. And stays down by 3/100 of a second. Alex Brosser is up next. The man at the moment. In testing, at the moment, he's only 12th fastest. As Ruslan Protsuk will be next across the line. Where can the Russian go?
And he goes
14th only. Not so good. As Perina is up next. The BTCC legend doesn't improve. What about Adam Chobot? Doesn't look good for him, but the Slovak crosses the line. He actually does improve. Oh, 6 tenths back in last sector. Where on earth did that come from? He's got 6th fastest.
Great last sector from him.
No, Soto doesn't improve, but Gabriel Quintero does. So there's Tomaselli third, 1,000 behind Farina, as Kulasic goes fourth. Nicholas Zorbach is up next. Where's he gonna go? The German, he doesn't improve. Lost time in last sector. Kyle Burns, he doesn't improve.
Burns way off.
For him. Luca Farina is up next. He can't take original pole back. Benz Wallinger goes 19th fastest. Warson goes 7th quickest. Mohammed Osman Hamid is up next. It doesn't look like Graf held him up much. Let's see where the Indonesian in the KFC livered MP Motorsport car is going to go. Hamid crosses the line. He goes 7th fastest. Not bad.
Yeah, good effort from him. Oh, Curtis doesn't improve.
Andreoli is coming into the pits. And that's everybody done with the second runs, of course. Except for Skillen, who skipped out his first run.
Who stayed in the pits on the second run, by the way, was it Win?
I didn't even pay attention to that one, honestly.
Oh, good.
But I'll imagine it was Hamin Nguyen, since we saw the others on track.
Yes, it was. I just saw it on the YouTube stream.
Alright then. So then, the second run, who impressed you the most? I have to say that effort from Tomaselli was quite impressive. Up in the third place.
Yeah,
Of course, he is the qualifying master from last season. If he stays as is, he'll be starting in the top 3 once again.
Yeah, of course, only 1,000 behind Farina, so the Italian 2-3 at the moment. It's impressive from these two guys.
You know what's very weird? The Dunlop glitch has never happened in DTM, but for some reason it's happened here. I just hope we won't get in the race tomorrow.
Yeah, let's hope for that.
Limo is still back out on track yet again. Yes, he is. He's going for his second lap.
He's not in sync with the others, it seems.
Hey, in every group there's someone who wants to do things differently, and in this group of racers is Max Dillon. I'm not even saying it's bad, because doing differently, let's let him P5 so far. Let's see if he can do one better as he begins his second time lap. Right, I get your point there, Joe. Let's hope we'll be okay in the race tomorrow. Skillen starts his lap into turn 1, braking hard and late, and a little bit slow on exit there, especially the turning. Let's see if we can keep that speed up to 2 and 3. Alright, running 2. sector 3. Everything's early, and accelerating early as well. This is an okay sector, but let's see if we can improve on it. Forget he went purple last time out. Now he lost a lot of
This time
time.
it doesn't.
But don't forget, on his previous lap he slowed down in Dunlop. If he goes normally here this time, he might be up. Let's see as he approaches the
Look at the
Dunlop
speed.
corner. Okay, he slowed down
It
again.
slowed down again, I think.
Not too
Was it
much.
120? Goes, did it go to 90?
Well,
KPH
his
again.
first sector was already pretty bad, so I think Max Skillen will not be improving on this lap. Let's see on the middle sector split. I'm not hopeful. Actually, does improve 2 tenths. Wow, not too
Yeah.
terrible. Still,
Yeah, it
if it's
was
only 2
better
tenths,
than
he won't be
before.
able to go back another place. Kulasec is a full 4 tenths improvement for him, so Max Skillen's gonna have to find something in sector 3 as well. Don't forget, he is the quickest in sector 3. Was quicker than Graf on his previous bets. So let's see what Max Skillen can do. Can he get himself into the top 4? Goes the Scotsman. Yes, he
He goes
can.
fourth, yes.
Massive improvement in sector 3 sees Skillen. All the way up into 4th
Yeah.
place. Great effort. If only he took Dunlop properly, where could he have ended up?
Now we have the Indian, Rahul Patel. It's
Yep,
going
indeed,
on
Patel currently
his
at the
lap.
back, but he'll be hoping to rectify that. Let's see, here goes
Yeah.
the Kia liveried, Etihad Racing liveried on virtuosi car of Patel.
And now with IKEA on the back. Hopefully his car doesn't break down like IKEA stuff so quick.
You really should be talking about breakdowns when it's around the whole. You know what bad luck he's had in that
Oh,
car
sorry.
last season, including in
No
Germany.
apologies for that.
Let's see what his first sector split is going to be like, as
Don't
Mark
cancel me,
Bennett
please.
and Joel Larson are still in the pits as we speak. Patel in the first sector is up by 2 tenths a second. Not terrible.
By the way, talking about IKEA, my IKEA table broke.
Oh no.
Ooh,
Anyway, Patel is going to be approaching Dunlop. Let's see how much speed he can carry through it. Looks like he braked earlier than before. Yeah, I think this is faster than last time out. Joe is saying that commentary is a bit behind. Are you sure? Let us know. Let us know, guys. If it's a little bit behind, we're sorry about that, but there's not so much we can do. It's on flow. This one, Patel is looking
It's on
quicker than
Discord.
let's
It's
see.
not on me always.
Yeah, not always.
yeah.
Patel
I was about to
is
say.
actually
No,
down
oh,
in the middle sector.
way
This is
down.
not good for the.
2.9 seconds.
This is not good for the half British, half Indian driver. I'm afraid. Looks like he won't be improving unless he can pull a Max skill in sort sector in sector 3. He's impeding Andreoli behind meanwhile, so the friend won't be too pleased about that. Well, let's see. Skillen has gone into the pits and Larson has stayed in the pits. Patel finishes his lap, he's down by a second on his personal best, and that was Valding and Andreoli, my apologies. But here is Andreoli, who doesn't improve. Humming Gwyn, however,
Green
does.
second.
Going up in second place, that's a massive effort for the man returning
Great lap
to
from
GP2 after a year
Green
off.
there.
Graf can't improve, he was held up, but Shabbat goes
Jobot improves.
fastest. Yep, indeed, Jesus Perignon is up
No.
next. The BTCC dominator. Where can he place himself as he crosses the
Can
line?
he
Jesus
dominate
Perignon.
as well now?
No, but he can
Go
go
7.
P7. Good effort. Not too terrible. Meanwhile, Huamingun is definitely very pleased with his second place result at the minute, as Hentasin Onoma is next across the line. Where can the Japanese driver go? Where he is already,
Can
which
improve.
is P8.
Gabriel
Gabriel
Quintino.
Quintino is up next, the man who has been given a lifeline after finishing last season. Originally projected not to remain in the series, however, after some things happened, he remains in the series, and he also remains in 13th place. Cal Burns doesn't improve either, he's in the same situation as Quintino. He wasn't originally meant to be on the grid, but some things which will not touch have happened, and Cal Burns has remained on the grid, though with a different team.
Yeah,
As
interesting what Joe
Frederick
just
Suto
says in the
has
chat.
improved, meanwhile, he's gone into 14th because Ozan
Kontiuk.
Protic has the motor in one place, he's gone up into 7th.
Meanwhile, interesting what Joe said in the chat. He thinks there are more slow corners than only there have been.
Meanwhile,
We
Henry
need to
Watson has
keep
improved to go
a look out for that.
15th. And Joe If you let us know as to what those corners are, please feel free. We appreciate your opinion, as Waldinger is way off the pace. A second down at his personal best. And languishing down in 20th with Curtis and Patel behind him. Zorbach, meanwhile, goes
So
up to
one
7th
boost
place, as
7,
Aaron Curtis goes 14th. Good effort
14.
from Zorbach, as Mohamed
Oh,
Usman Hamid
Hamid
is
could
up
be a
next.
good lap.
He is on his second
Could be a good
run.
lap.
Third.
Third.
Sorry, he's not on his second run. He was on his third run, I think. Oh yeah, he stayed in the pits in the first session. This is the second session, so my mistake. Anyway, everybody else, most people have one run left. Some people, of course, have two. Those being Warson, Nguyen, and Skillen, of course. And presumably one more person. Joe Warson is out on track to begin his third run, actually. He's got Pratsuk behind him, but he doesn't have to worry about that because Pratsuk, he won't be trying to overtake him. He'll be trying to come into the pits.
Yeah, indeed.
Just saying this is like the version of Monaco he had. Oh well. Pratsuk coming into the pits as we expected. Not as Joe Warson will be beginning his lap very shortly. Pratsuk braked very aggressively there, I have to admit. And the third rounds were definitely very surprising. One more round left for most people. For some people, they still got two. One of them being Joe Watson, who'll be starting his lap soon. And are we suspecting the chicane to be one of those slow corners?
Could be.
Dennis, I think you should look in the chat. You've been given a little bit of a challenge, I guess.
Oh, yeah. I wasn't looking at the chat for that moment.
Graph will get graph removed by Nguyen. I hope not. I don't want to jinx anybody
We'll
crashing.
see about that.
Anyway, Warson is on his flyer. Let's see what he can do in the first sector. Is he up on his personal best? He is, but only by 1/10. He won't be going anywhere near pole with that. Let's see what he can do. The man who dominated the first session. Unfortunately, the restart hasn't gone his way thus far. He's still got time to change things.
Yeah. It's like this first session never happened.
Or Graf with Graf from Nguyen. Do you really want to jinx people that much, Alex? Come on. Anyway.
I think he wanted to.
Only Lorenzo Tomaselli can jinx. Nobody else is allowed. Joe Warson is gonna lead the middle sector. Where is he gonna go? Middle sector. He's lost a little bit of time. He's only up by half a tenth now. He was up by a little bit more earlier. Now he's only half tenth. It's not looking too good for Joe Warson. He might not climb a single place. Stays as is. Okay, Mike Chaos got it. So then, Joe Warson will be rounding off his lap. Sorry. And, his first run is over. Now, can he go? He doesn't improve. He's lost a lot of time last sector there. Massive drop off, man. The fact people are losing that much in sector 3, I think it's a bad omen. As Rahul Patel will be hoping to have no bad omens. The Indian driver still feels weird because I always refer to him as British, but he's running with Indian nationality for this season. So the Indian driver has begun his lap. And his former livery, now worn by Lorenzo Tomaselli, has just gone out on track, but he won't be impeding him.
Yeah, he's far not yet, I think. So it should be good.
By the way, I just want to say, now the gaps look more like the 2015 qualifying, so this is a track issue.
That's...
Alright then. Rahul Patel, meanwhile, is on his last flying lap, of course. Don't forget, this is run 4. Let's see if he can improve in the first sector. He can, by one time he is up. He'll be hoping he can carry that speed and continue the momentum. As now goes out of fourth on the run towards Dunlop, the fateful corner of this circuit, honestly. Kulisic and Hamid are still in the pits. We could be expecting them out at a later time.
He did it again! Look at this! Oh no!
Did he finish or what?
They go
did slow down.
120 km/h to 70 in the hairpin.
Yeah, true. Anyway, appears England versus San Marino has started. I'm not even gonna bet who wins that one. Because it's obvious. Patel is 2/10 up in the middle sector. He's clawed back another 10th. He's gonna need to do a little more if he wants to escape last place. He approaches the middle, the last sector now. Last few corners. Into the chicane he goes. That was a quick line. And he's carrying a lot of speed. Let's see what Patel can do. as he is gonna round off his lap and his session. Or Patel will be hoping not to start in last. Let's see what he can do as he crosses the line. Patel is 21st.
Only improves by 1 position. He won't be happy about that.
He will be
That's for
starting in the
sure.
back row no matter what. If Wallinger doesn't improve, Patel at least won't be starting at the back. Oh, Maguire scored. Okay, slabhead. Anyway, Holman Gwyn will be finishing his lap up next. And he is currently in second. Can he gun for pole? Doesn't look like it. He's way down. But he has another lap, don't forget. If he get in time, of course, that is another question. Anyway, Santino Antgoli, he's on his
Will be
last lap.
close.
Let's see what the Frenchman can do on his first qualifying session. Can he get himself into our top 10 perhaps? He's getting a little bit of traffic from Watson in front. Can improve
Goes
actually, gets
12.
up in 12th place, but not into the top 10. Max Skillen is up
Max
next. He
Skillen.
has one lap left. After this, he doesn't improve. Jesus Perignon is up next, and Perignon has gone 7th. Great effort. Good effort from him. As
Yeah, he
Daniel
likes
Duff is
7th
next,
position,
the
I
original
think.
pole sitter. He stays where he
It
is.
doesn't improve.
It's up to see if someone else can beat him. Hento Sinonome is not on them. He can't improve. He stays in 11th. Joseph Frederick Soto, up next across the line. He can't improve either. But what about Carl Burns? He loses time in the last second. He can't improve. Adam Chobot actually could improve. He goes to 11th. Good effort from Chobot as Luca Farina on his return. Gonna in P4. What can he do? Can he improve on it? No, he can't. He is done for the day. What about Alex Broster? Oh, only 19th on the grid, I'm afraid, for the man dominating testing. Testing can be just
testing.
Testing isn't always accurate. Lorenzo Tomaselli, the qualifying expert. Can he take pole? No, he can't. He stays in 5th place. He'll be starting the top 10 most likely. Nicholas Zorbach is up next.
Best.
Yeah, indeed. He's gonna in P9. Let's see how much further he can gain. As he's about to cross the line, Nicholas Zorbach. He lost time in the last sector. He was slow in the last corners, man. Ruslan Protsuk is up next. He can't improve either. He'll be starting behind Zorbach. Gabriel Quintino, meanwhile, we're on board with him. 15th, he's gone up a few places. It's Ben Wallinger, knocks Patel back to last. He goes 8th. Yep, Curtis goes 7th, meanwhile, gets in front of his
Good improvement from Wallinger.
In front of Perignon. Don't forget about Henry Watzel. He'll be crossing the line in just a few seconds' time. Henry Watzel with a good lap here. Does P7. Good effort. Indeed, Wojtek Kulisic is up next. He's in P11 at the minute. Let's see if he can get himself back in the top 10. And no, he can't. Only 4 people remain to do laps.
But the big question is, apart from Hamid, who has time for his final lap,
oh, 3 people.
Will the others have time?
Skill's got the checkered flag. How come? Anyway, he has got it. So it's Hamid and Nguyen and Watson. We have a lap left.
Yeah, now the question is, can Watson and Nguyen go out in time?
Something's wrong with Skill's lap counter, I think. We're going back so far, Flo.
Even more problems. Oh dear. Oh dear.
Meanwhile, Rush noticed he was improving on his in lap. I guess he got massively screwed after all. Anyway, Skillen seems to have an issue with his lap counter. We'll be refreshing. We'll be going back, I think, all the way to start a session, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, Skillen's issue with the lap counter means that he doesn't get a 4th lap. He got the checkered flag a little early.
He won't be happy about this, I think.
That's a very rare issue. I haven't seen it for a long time. But Max Skillen, I'm afraid he'll be screwed out of a chance at pole. Oh, when did the lap counter go haywire? Because he didn't stay 2 laps out on a single stint, I don't think. So must be an issue or something.
Yeah.
Either way, Max Skillen's session has come to a premature end. 3 minutes earlier than he would have wanted.
Yep. It's disappointing for him, of course.
Yeah, indeed. Let's see. Did the issue of the lap counter happen on the early laps? Because it's saying his in lap was lap 3, his flying lap was lap 2, and his out lap was lap 1, so there's no issue in that.
I don't know what the problem is, to be honest.
Well, we're going to be spending a little bit of time with Skillen's replays, trying to figure out where it went wrong.
Yep.
I think I see. Everyone before the start of the session had 0 on their lap counter. I think Skillen had the 1. No, he didn't. He had the 0 as well.
Yeah.
Wait a sec. He went out at the beginning of the session, but he came in.
Oh,
Crashed
that's the
here, look.
reason. Oh, did he have damage?
Oh my
Yes,
goodness.
he
That's
has.
why.
We didn't saw that. That's the explanation for everything for
He
Skillen.
didn't go
Oh,
out
what
for
a
his first
shame.
run. He didn't come out in his first run later because he wanted to. He
Why
went out
does
for the
he?
first run later because he crashed. Had some
Yeah, he
damage
got
there.
off the
Had to come
curb,
in.
got
That's the
lifted up from
reason.
it, and
Anyway, the mystery has been solved. So Max Gillen won't
yeah,
be getting any more laps, I'm afraid. But Haman Nguyen, Usman Hamid, and Jovarson will.
yeah,
Hello,
yeah,
Lasota. Welcome to the chat. Well, Skin
that
doesn't have
definitely
damage
has turned the
anymore. That was at the
tables.
start of the session. But yeah, it was very weird from the get-go to see him go out much later than everybody else. But he had a reason for it. And I'm
Yeah,
afraid
but was
the reason
unseen
wasn't
by the
quite what he
cameras.
wanted. Indeed. Meanwhile, Hamadus Mohammed is out on track to be beginning his last flying lap very shortly. He will have enough time, but I wonder about Nguyen and Warson. They're gonna have to go out very quickly if they want to make it in time. As Hamid is starting his lap. Good news for Nguyen, he has gone out in time, and so has Warson.
Yep, all of the three guys will have the final lap.
And Hamid is on it right now. Into turn 1. Good line there, I guess. And these guys are quite close to each other on track, but they won't be impeding each other. And Hamid and Nguyen will be close to each other on track tomorrow regardless, because they're right next to each other on the grid. But anyway, let's see the Indonesian can do in his debut qualifying session. The best rookie so far, and no one can take it away from him because all the other rookies are done for the day. But Hamid is
Who
4
is?
tenths down in his personal best of Sector 1. I don't think we have what it takes to challenge for the front row today, but he'll be very happy with his performance regardless. What do you think, Dennis?
Yeah, I sorry, I didn't listen for a bit. I was looking at the chat.
I think Hamid will be happy to finish P3 even if he can't improve on this lap. What do you think?
Yeah, of course. It's his first qualifying session in GP2 after moving from Formula E. So he will be happy with that effort.
Yeah, indeed. In the middle sector, he could actually still improve. Look, he's clawed all that time he lost in Sector 1 back in Sector 2. He's only 200s down now. He could be improving with a good enough Sector 3. The fight for pole might not be over just yet, look. Could Hamid take it away?
Yeah.
Let's see. That sector threw me off guard. Threw me off guard, but let's see if Hamid can improve to get onto the front row here. Mohammed Usman Hamid crosses the line. No,
No,
he
he
lost time in
lost
the last
time in the
sector.
final sector.
Sector 2 was sensational, but he lost time in the last sector and the first sector as well. Now, Juan Gwen is on the line. He's guaranteed a front row start unless Warson beats him. But let's see if he can gun for pole. He's the only one within a tenth of Dennis Graf, as the checkered flag is out. Going in the first sector is up on his personal best. Keep a close eye on this. This could be what decides
Oh,
pole.
oh my goodness, it's so close. It will
Yeah,
be so
indeed.
close.
Dunlop will be the deciding core in this. He needs to carry as much speed as possible from Nguyen. Through it.
Oh,
That's it. It's over.
He slowed down a little too
for,
early.
from, yeah,
Slowed down too much.
Yep, indeed. So I think he won't be getting any pole unless he gets a sensational sector 3, but who knows. Let's check his middle sector time just in case. Anyway, here he goes, and Nguyen. Now he's way down, 6 cents down.
1.2 off on Graph.
Yeah, if he didn't slow down in Dunlop, he could have been in contention for pole, but as it stands, I'm afraid he won't
Yep.
be. There's still Chuck Watson behind them, though, of course. But yeah,
Oh,
Nguyen,
lol. I think you pointed out that
Griffith's
the
name is
name
still on Nguyen's car. Anyway,
Griffith.
he'll be taking that car to front row start, but not pole position. Gwen couldn't improve. John Waterston is the last one left. He was on pole in the first session. Can he take it back in the second session? No, he
No,
can't.
and
Lost
it's
time in the last sector. And yeah, Dennis Graf is on pole position in Germany once again, but on home turf. I guess I jinxed him earlier. when the session started. When the second session, I should say.
Dennis manipulated all the corners.
I guess so. Hopefully, we won't be getting any issues tomorrow, though.
Instant disqualification. No, please not.
Anyway,
You just wished for it, you get disqualified.
I'm very pleased to
No.
report that unlike the Jeddah Street Circuit, this session is finished. Little jab
Yeah,
at
it
the
is.
Saudis there. And yeah, Dennis Graff is on pole for tomorrow's race with Harman Griffiths. Harman Nguyen in second on the grid. Muhammad Usman Hamid is in third, so we got two Southeast Asians in the top three. Luca Farina, also a returning driver, is in P4 on the grid. Lorenzo Tomaselli, his fellow Italian, just 1,000 behind in the Campos. Max Gillen is in P6. What could it have been? I think he could have had pole if he went a little faster. His lap was very solid. Sector 1 and he was the best in Sector 1 and Sector 3, but he was got off on Sector 2 for some reason. So yeah, Skillen was very strong today, but only walks home with P6. Henry Watzel, P7. And Curtis is in P8, Jesus Pernian, P9. Mens Wallinger rounds out the top 10, Vojta Kurasec on his debut qualifying in 11th.
In P12, we have the second home man, Niklas Sorbach, ahead of Ruslan Potsiuk in 13th and Adam Jobert in P14. Then we have Hento Sinonome in 15th, the Japanese driver, ahead of Santino Andreoli in 16th. Then we have Joel Watterson, ahead of Gabriel Quintino in row 9 tomorrow. Then P19, Joseph Felix Sudo, the Williams test driver, ahead of Alex Broster. In the final row of the grid, we have Kyle Burns and Will Patel.
Yeah, indeed. You gotta feel bad for Larson. He was gonna be on top of the first session by a dominant margin. I heard the issues meant we had to restart it. Unfortunately, he gets the bad luck today, but this is GP4. Sometimes you get good luck, sometimes you get bad luck. And one man's good luck is another man's bad luck, and so the other way around. I feel for Larson. I think he should have been on pole today, but the restart, we had to go for the restart. I hope he understands if he's watching. We just had to go for the restart. And the restart was Dennis Graf went fastest of all.
Yeah,
What do
you
you
will
feel?
be very happy with that.
Yeah, but what do you feel about Larson in particular?
Yeah, it was very unlucky for him, of course. He was ahead, of course, with the heavy fuel. We had to change to hope it would be better with the track. It wasn't.
Yeah, indeed. Also gotta give out kudos to Hua Ming-Guan. After finishing last in 2018, he was unceremoniously dropped from GP2 and ended up in DTM. Well, now he's gonna try to do a Jamie Griffiths, speaking of his name on the car, and try to come back with GP2 and have a great season. And that season is starting quite well for him. Second on the grid for the debut, not bad at all. Also, kudos to Muhammad Usman Hamid for qualifying third on his debut, not bad whatsoever from the MP Motorsport man.
Yeah,
Anyway, Dennis Graf has taken the championship lead for the first time ever thanks to those 4 bonus points he acquired for pole position.
Yes.
And we might as well have an interview with the pole here since he's been here the entire time. So Dennis, talk us through that lap.
Yeah, it was a great lap. I gave it everything there where my AI did. Yeah, I was of course lucky with the Dunlop curve to get a good line through there. Don't drop any speed. And yeah, that was the key, the Dunlop curve.
Alrighty then. Yeah, thanks for your input, Dennis, and thanks for commenting alongside me today. I know this session has taken a little
It
bit
was
longer
a
than
pleasure.
expected because the restart midway through. But anyway, this session is finished, unlike Jeddah, and we'll be seeing you again in 23 hours' time for the first race of the season, the German Grand Prix, which should be quite an entertaining one. Until then, we'll see you again next time. Take care, guys, and auf Wiedersehen.
Auf Wiedersehen.